The Miller and the D. Question and answers. Q.1 Who are the speakers in this poem? Ands, the Miller and the King Hal are the two speakers in this poem. Q.2 Who is a miller? Ands. A miller is a man who grinds corn at the mill. Q.3 What was he singing about? Ands. The theme of his song was that he lived a happy, simple and carefree life. He was not anxious of other and was sure that nobody envied him. Q.4 Why did the king say that he was wrong? Ands. The miller thought that nobody envied him, but he was wrong because King Hal envied his simple, happy and carefree life and wanted to change place with him. Q.5 Who is the happier of the two, the miller or the king, and why? Ands. The miller is the happier man, because he has no worries, whereas the king has all the worries and problems of the world. Q.6 What did the king say to the miller in the last stanza of the poem? Ands. King Hal told the miller to continue living his happy and carefree life and not to believe that nobody envied him. The miller's cap and his mill ever as previous as the king's crown and kingdom, and it was such a simple, hard-working man as the miller who formed the backbone of the country. Q.7 Where did the miller of the D live? How did he spend his day? Ands, the miller of the D lived beside the river December. He spent his day working at his mill grinding corn. Q.8 Why did King envy the miller? Ands. The miller was poor, but happy as a lark. He worked at a mill, he had no worries or troubles and was a carefree man. King Hal envied him because though he was a monarch, he was said as, he was responsible for all the problems and difficulties of his people. He could never being carefree and happy as the miller. Q.9 What is the secret of miller's happiness? Ands. The miller was a very happy man. The secret of his happiness was that, he was contented with work at the mill. He loved everyone, his wife, his children and his friends. Above all, he never borrowed any money which he couldn't pay back. He was thankful for what he earned at his work.